All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up and strap in because today we're diving deep into a wild and riveting journey of cosmic proportions. Yes, you guessed it. We're about to delve into the riveting saga of the global Church of the Antichrist. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is some heavy stuff we're wading into. And you're absolutely right. But trust me, I'll guide you through it with a pinch of humor, a spoonful of simplicity, and a sprinkle of wit. Now, for many, the idea of the Antichrist is some kind of boogeyman, a figure who will conveniently pop up in the future and win over the world, like some kind of charm wizard. But hey, I hate to be the party pooper, but that's not what the Bible, our trusty guidebook, is teaching us. According to the good book, the world is already rolling out the red carpet for this VIP. We're laying out the groundwork for his ascendancy, creating the stage for his adoration, and prepping up for his mark. This is hinted at in the books of 1 John and 2 Thessalonians. These passages speak about an entity, the mystery of iniquity, that's laying the foundation for our infamous guest. Fast forward to today, and it's almost like we've turned the volume down on the moral compass. The cultural shifts we've experienced since the year 2000 have been massive, outshining even the changes from 1980 to 2000. It's like we've given a whole new meaning to the word evolution. What's fueling this shift, you ask? Look no further than your television screens. Now, don't get me wrong. Art is an expression of self, but when it starts looking like a red carpet event for Satan himself, you've got to wonder where we're heading. Take, for instance, some of our recent award shows. They feel more like an unholy tribute to the devil than an actual celebration of talent. And the crowd, they're lapping it up. It's a far cry from the days when even mentioning the devil would have us clutching our crosses. The great book of Isaiah tells us about a generation that confuses good and evil. It's like they've got their moral GPS all twisted. The more I think about this, and the current state of affairs, I can't help but feel we're setting the perfect stage for the man of sin's grand entry. But how can anyone willingly accept the mark of the beast, you ask? Simple. They've been primed and prepped for it. Today's culture doesn't just flirt with the idea of Satan, it courts him, portraying him in a good light, almost making him desirable. So, if they're already ignoring the numerous warnings about Satan, what makes you think they'll pay heed to the warnings about the Antichrist and his mark? There's a misconception that hell will be some kind of bromance between the devil and his demon buddies, but that's not true. The devil is headed for the ultimate suffering, not a fun-filled party. The forces that will bring the Antichrist to power are already eager to establish his kingdom, but they are currently being held back. But the changes we're witnessing in the world and the advancement of technology seem to be setting the stage for his grand entrance. Think about it this way. We're all actors on a grand stage, and it feels like we're right smack in the middle of the dress rehearsal for the grand performance of the rule of the Antichrist. The costumes are prepped, the sets are built, the director, dark forces beyond our comprehension, are positioning the players. There's an uncanny feeling, a shiver that races down the spine as it seems the world is being primed for the entrance of the main villain of the piece, the Antichrist himself. But don't let this scare you or trick you into submission. Instead, arm yourself with knowledge, steadfastness, and faith. As believers, we have a guidebook that gives us the wisdom to navigate this foreboding play. The Holy Scriptures. They are our beacon of hope, our source of strength, and our map in these uncharted waters. The currents of the world are tumultuous and unpredictable. They pull and push, looking to sweep anyone caught in their path, rushing them away from the safe shores of faith. But we mustn't let ourselves be swayed. We mustn't let ourselves get caught in the whirlpool of deception. Hold fast to your faith as though it were a sturdy, unyielding anchor, keeping you grounded amidst the chaos. It's easy to get swept up in the glitter and glamour of the world's illusion. But remember, it's all part of the performance. The true light shines through in the Scripture, illuminating the path we ought to tread. As believers, we're not mere audience members, passively watching the events unfold. We are active participants, tasked with not only resisting the influence of the world, but also shining our own light to others lost in the dark. Be vigilant, be strong, be unwavering in your faith. The curtain may be rising on this unnerving act, but we hold the power to change the narrative. So let's step up and rewrite the script, one act of faith at a time. Let's not forget that the stakes are high. Those who accept the mark will suffer God's wrath. So it's essential to remind ourselves that the return of the Lord is imminent. As believers, it's our duty to proclaim the gospel of Christ, to save people from eternal destruction. The mark of the beast is coming, and whether we like it or not, the world is preparing for it. But with knowledge and faith, we can navigate this world, reminding ourselves and others of the true path. Remember, we're living in a thrilling saga and we have the power to shape our chapters, so let's make them count.